Hey! Hey! It's been a while. I think it's time for an update video. Hi there, it's Brett Hornby here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And here we are into middle of February. As you can see, got another board called the calendar for 2023. There's a Coca-Cola one off to the shots, but I gotta say, it's time to do an update video, just to give you an outline of where I've been, what has happened, and then plans that I have for the future of this channel, my main channel, as well as my second channel, and plans for 2023 in general. But still, if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fan's journey, just make sure you hit like and subscribe, as I mostly do talk Calgary sports on my YouTube channel, but I do throw in some other non-sports content when I have time. And of course I got my second channel, but this is an update video just on everything in general and stuff that I plan to continue doing, not doing. I've had time to shift gears, so I made some notes here just to make sure I cover all the points that I want to cover in this update videos. Going to kind of be in 5 parts. You got the where I've been, then my sports content, and then my non-sports content on my main channel, and then my second channel for shorts, and then just my 2023 plans in general. So where I've been and what's been happening is, I'm going to still say from Victoria Day weekend in 2022 up until going into this year, I definitely have had a lot going on in my personal life. And I guess the other part that always seems inevitable is creator burnout. So I definitely felt a lot more burnt out, which is why I've been a lot more slower on my content and uploading. I mean, apologize for that, but it happens. So I've definitely been more burnt out. I mean, I'm going to still say the mental health still has taken a bit of a beating the last 3 years for obvious reasons. It's disgusting to think it's almost been 3 years since, what has wrecked everything. We're almost at that day when that happened. And it's been 3 years, believe it or not. And it's been a rough 3 years for myself and many others. I've been trying to truck along. But during that same time, I mean, I mentioned a couple other update videos. I mean, I had a couple family members that passed away, and a work colleague, which I always say, for the work colleague part, you just don't know feelings you have for work colleagues until something happens to them. And then, I'm 40, turned 41 in June. Inevitably, you got family members that pass away for different reasons, so I've been dealing with a lot of that, so kind of creative burnout, and just life just keeps happening. So that's been a big part. And then the other big key thing, which is why I have not been making content, especially towards the end of 2022, going into 2023, is I've been sick. I've simply been sick. Because of, all the stuff we've been having to do the last 3 years, I guess you've been hearing this term, immunity deficit. Well, I think I've definitely been suffering through that. I've had colds, flus. I probably have had COVID. It wouldn't surprise me if ultimately it was COVID that I had at the end of the year, just the symptoms, and I have been still dealing with some of the long symptoms that you hear and read about. I am finally starting to feel like closer to myself. Here we are in February, but the last few months I've definitely been, I've been sick on and off, battling a cough. Like I said, cold, flu, probably COVID. So if I'm not feeling the best, I'm not going to bother making a video, and that was why I wasn't able to do all the videos in my on the road to the Grey Cup. I barely was able to do the semi-final videos. So, like I say, this is shifting my gears during this whole time. So that's basically where I've been. I haven't gone away. I didn't officially announce that I was taking a break. It's just, I've been playing with the cards that I dealt with, and ultimately, you gotta try to take care of myself as best I can, but it's always a challenge when you still got to work and you have responsibilities and bills need to get paid. So that's why I have not been making content as much, and time to do an update. So that's part one. So part two, let's talk about the main meat and potatoes, bread and butter of my channel in Calgary sports content. And I'm going to still pace myself with the uploading as I can, so hopefully I don't get too burnt out again. But I'm going to still say, for my main channel, most of my stuff will come on the weekends. I'll try to spend more time trying to batch out some content. And I don't know if you can see right here, I still have a couple bags of stuff that I bought, got for Christmas and bought recently, that will be videos in hopefully the next coming days or week. But what I am going to say I'm done doing, which I think is the best for me and the channel, is game recaps are done. I will not be doing game recaps anymore. I just haven't had time. I don't have time to make the notes, prepare it, and then make a video on it. Plus, I don't only have so much space and don't have, chance to make the graphics beautiful. Plus, I'm not going to put in live, highlights in that for videos to be shut down. So I've decided the game recaps are done. So I'm not going to be recapping Calgary Flames, Hitman, Roughneck games, Stampeder games, or Calgary FC. I may still do playoff previews. Like if the Calgary Flames make the playoffs, I might do a preview of the series and that'd be it. And then I still plan to do the On the Road to the Grey Cup, which that will be in November, barring being sick. But game recaps are done. So I appreciate those that have watched my game recaps, but I think ultimately the analytics and everything that's been spoken, I'm done doing that. I think it's best for my channel. And the whiteboard thing, I'll also leave that to the hockey guy. And Larry NHL, another guy that I followed on YouTube, they have the space and the resources, did the whiteboard thing. So game recaps are done. So it might be good or bad news, but I think the majority will agree I should not do that anymore. I still plan to do stories as they come. When I have a chance, major stories like a trade or signing, or there's a couple of off-season stories that I think I have to mash together with involve the Calgary Flames, so I'm going to think that I'll still do that. When I have a chance, it's kind of harder to make videos on speculations and rumors. There has to be a lot more bigger story for me to get out of the way and make a video, and I got to catch up with a bunch of other videos first before I get there. So I still think I'll do stories when they happen. One feature that I think I might do, and I'll start next year, is I'll do Calgary Team of the Year. What I mean by that is I'll look at all the Calgary teams and then I'll rank them based on expectation and success, and I'll just do who was the Calgary Team of the Year. So I'm going to say if a team made the playoffs but got out in the first round, might not get as high as a team that wasn't expected to make the playoffs and go into the conference championship. So that could be something that I might do. I've decided I'll do that at the end of this year, as in like December 2023. And of course, drafts, free agent frenzy, I'll do that when they happen, when I have a chance. So right now, we've got the CFL free agent frenzy, so I might make a video on that based on what the Calgary Stampeders have done and who's been moving around the rest of the CFL. I'll wait till later in the month to be able to do that. And then moments at sporting events, that's still going to continue. I've been sporadically still uploading that when I catch a Stampeders game and when I catch some Roughnecks and Flames games. So I'm still going to continue that. I still got a couple of Calgary Roughnecks moments that I still need to upload. And of course, I have some ranking videos that I could always do. I still need to do my reverse retro 2.0 ranking, and I was waiting to receive my reverse retro jersey for the Calgary Flames, since I have that. So eventually I'll do a ranking of 32 reverse retro jerseys. Where do you think I have my Calgary Flames black pedestal jersey, and who do you think I have the best and worst, so I can ask that right now. And then I have a couple more video series that, or before I get there, of course, if there's any beyond Calgary sports stories that interest me, I'll still plan to do that. But the last part I'll talk about is I still have a couple video series that I plan to do. One of the packages I bought will set me up to do that video series. I probably dropped a few hints about it last year, but I was planning on doing a video series on the CFL USA teams from 1993 to 1995. I figured I'll do that in the summer during football season. So I have to get some props for it, which I do. So watch for that video for where I unpackage some props. And then of course I still want to do the Calgary Flames 2004 playoff video series. I planned to do that last year, but it didn't work out. But I'm just going to look at the Calgary Flames 2004 playoff series. Now in respect of that, if the 2004 Calgary Flames playoff run was a person, it's now old enough to buy a beer. Tells you how long it's been. So that's just a big part of my sports content I still plan to do. I'm going to say the big part is game recaps are now a thing of the past. So now if you get to the non-sports content, I still have a couple of ideas that I still want to do. I mean, I still want to continue on the personal blogs. I still have a long list. I just haven't had a chance to get that. Same with the attempt at comedy. So I want to dust those off, squeeze that in when I can. And then hopefully I can maybe get back to doing some vlogging on the go. I mean, I did vlogging on the go a couple years ago just to get out of the house because of all the stuff we had to do. I enjoyed doing that corral demolition, which I'm hoping maybe I could do a quick update on the BMO Center expansion now that the whole structure has been built. And I'm also thinking about possibly doing a vlogging on the go on Eau Claire Market, for example. Because that shopping center in downtown Calgary is slated for demolition for a new train station on this green line that seems like we've been talking about for the last 25 years, but might actually happen. So there's a couple of vlogging that goes that I may do. So hopefully I could do that later this year. And of course just some random unboxings and products, which might tie in with a couple of sports stuff that I have already. So that's kind of like my non-sports content update. And then for the main channel, I'm the one about any future live streams. I know last year I just did one live stream where I did the NHL trade deadline because I happened to be off work that day, but I haven't decided on doing any regular live streams. Sports related, obviously, on my main channel, so that's still work in progress. I might make announcements later on as time goes on. So that is basically the non-sports content on my main channel. Now my second channel, Brett Hornby Shorts, I haven't touched that in a couple months, but I definitely still need to catch up on Calgary Flames game recaps, CFL playoffs 22 game recaps. I'll just catch up on that when I can, and then maybe I'll throw in what Team Canada did in the World Cup in FIFA. So I'll still plan to do that on my second channel. You could say that kind of is a quick daily game recap, which I used to do like every 6 games or month. On my main channel, I think that belongs more on my shorts channel now. So there's that, and of course, repurpose TikToks. I still want to try to make more TikToks and maybe put my favorite ones and put that on my shorts channel. And then live streams on the second channel, I'll leave that open for anything non-sports related. Like anything is possible, but once again, that goes back to being able to figure out when I'll do it. Because if I'm going to want to do some more live stream, I want to try to maybe build an audience. Try to do it, more on a regular basis. Which, that's still the challenge right now. So the last part of this video is my 2023 plans in general. So what it looks for any sports trips, I think that's going to be all my travel plans for this year. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything else but the sports trips. Sports trips that I have planned to do in 2023 is, next month in March, I'm planning on doing my first ever lacrosse trip, where I'll catch the Calgary Roughnecks on the road in Saskatchewan, where they go to Saskatoon at the SaskTel Center. So I'm looking at doing that next month. And then when it comes to football, well, the CFL schedule came out for 2023. One of the big storylines that happened is the Calgary Stampeders did decide to move on from Bo, and I guess I'm still going to make a video talking about that. Give my feelings on it. So they traded his rights to the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and when the schedule came out, Hamilton's not scheduled to come here this year. But then I was able to make a consolation football trip that fell in my lap. That in the middle of July, my plan is I'm going to catch 2 games that week, where I'll head up to Edmonton because the Edmonton Elks will still be taking on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. That'll be a Thursday night game, so I think it's July 13th if I got the dates right. I'll plan to catch that game to see Bo. Hopefully he's not hurt, but that'll be the closest I'll get to see Bo live this year. And then that Saturday, July 15th, the Calgary Stampeders are in Regina. So I'll get to catch 2 games that week. So that's a football trip I have planned. And it's also probably going to take that whole week off so I can go to the Stampede before. So I think that's going to be the plan. And then the other part of sports trips is, well, Labor Day rematch is always the easy one to do. So I plan to do that. But the two big ones that I plan to do, which happen within 3 weeks of each other later in the year, is another video I'll have to make. Is they announced the Heritage Classic in 2023 will be up in Edmonton, and the Calgary Flames will be playing the Edmonton Oilers outside on October 29th. That'll be on a Sunday. So my hope is I'll get to catch the Heritage Classic up in Edmonton, and then 3 weeks later is the Grey Cup in Hamilton, the 110th Grey Cup. And I do not want to be watching a game here or at a bar at most. I want to be back in the stands for the Grey Cup this year. So that is my sports trips plans for this year. And then, of course, if I do go to Hamilton, there's going to be a day that I'm planning on swing by to Niagara Falls, because I'd have to see that as a Canadian myself. So that's likely all my travel plans this year because of cost of living, inflation, and that. Sadly, I don't think I'm going to be going to Mount Robson this year. I enjoyed going last October where things worked out. I was able to make a spontaneous trip, but I think there's a sign that bus tours are coming back to Valemount because I look for hotels and they're all booked, or the few rooms they have left are jacked up because of all the bus tours. So I don't think I'm going to be going to Mount Robson, and I don't think any new sports or any road trips is unlikely as well because of all those sports trips that I planned. Times are tough. We got so much time and money for budgeting. And of course, I'm going to try to be more active and a little more consistent on here when I can. But I don't know. It seems like, I don't know if it's a thing that happens when you get older, but weekends, there's a lot of weekends. It feels like I leave the office Friday, I get out the front door, and I feel like I barely scratch my ass and fart, and it's Monday morning. So I don't know. I just feel like I've been a lot more pressed for time, but I'm going to pace myself too on making videos and uploading content. Maybe if I'm not as physically and mentally exhausted one day after work, I might be able to make a video during the week as well. But I'm still recovering and still trying to say I haven't gone away. It's just, all the combination of life happening and being a little sick and just too damn busy at times. That's what's happened. But that's just my update. So thanks for listening and watching along if you're still watching up to this point. Hopefully there's a few things that you're looking forward to seeing and a few things that you understand that I'm going to stop doing on my channel. The big one being the gamer caps. But I do have some goodies here that eventually I'm going to have to make videos on, because I do have a few more jerseys that I have added to my collection. I've seen more value in collecting jerseys. So I had a couple of orders that I made at the Flames Sports, the Flames Fanatic, flamesport.com. And of course, I have that. I ordered something from Old School Shirts, which might support that video series that I'm going to eventually do. So watch for those videos in, let's say, the coming days or weeks, depending on how the Family Day weekend has played out. But I'm just looking forward to get those videos done, and there's a couple other things to catch up with. So anyways, I'll close out and say, if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fan's journey, home of the Flames, Hitman, Roughneck Stampeders, as well as the Calgary FC and the Wranglers. So just make sure you like and subscribe, as you know, I do mostly talk Calgary sports on my YouTube channel, which I plan to do, but I'll do it in a different way. And my non-sports content, I plan to get back and making those content as well. And of course, my second channel in Brett Hornby Shorts, where that's exclusively the channel I put my short form content on there. So I'm pretty sure that I subscribe both here on my main channel as well as my second channel. So if that all sounds like it'd be interesting to watch, to follow along this Calgary sports fan's journey, you know what you need to do. Just make sure you like, subscribe. I have my other social media links down in the description below for other ways you can follow me, which, I mean, it's been hit or miss lately, but you know, it all depends on, you know, if you're able to get out and have a life too, which that's another thing that always seems to be a challenge, especially when you work 5 days a week, is that, as I say, some weekends it feels like I barely scratch my ass and fart and it's Monday. So it is what it is. So I just want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, and I plan to make more videos in the coming future. So this update video, hopefully you can shed some light on why I haven't been uploading as much in the last few months. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.